Hi friends, hello. I'm Lindsay. I'm coming to you from one of my very favorite spots on earth, and that is our porch here in northwestern Montana. The view is beautiful, the breeze, it's so peaceful, but it also felt like the perfect place to talk to you today about finding your why. This video is all about what is your why, how do you find it, and why does it make a difference? So to get started, I feel like I need to tell my story of how I understood what a why is and why it made a really big difference in the success of the business that I've built over the last 6 years as a LuLaRoe retailer. Whether you are chasing business goals, you want to try something new, or if it's personal goals, I still think this same idea will be just as powerful for you and will make a really big difference in you seeing the results that you want instead of just wishing for them. First and foremost, read the book Start With Why by Simon Sinek. I read it early on in my business and it was a game changer for me, a real light bulb moment from going from these big dreams and wishes for my life and my business to a real concrete plan and a solid focus on how to get there. So to tell you a little bit about my journey, when I first started my business in 2014, I thought it would be a fun way to connect with women, share these beautiful LuLaRoe clothes, and make a little bit of extra money for my family. But it didn't go beyond that. I don't think I allowed myself to dream a bigger dream yet. But after about 6 months in business, I saw the potential that was here with this incredible opportunity. I was connecting with more people, my business was growing, I was making more money, and I was really excited about the future, but I still hadn't put words to or a plan to a bigger goal that would eventually get me to where I am today in business and in life. But I was heading in that direction, and I had a real lollipop moment. If you haven't watched that Drew Dudley TED Talk, please do. It is such a powerful 10 minutes. I encourage you to go watch it. I'll for sure put the link. But I had what I would consider a true lollipop moment in my life. A mentor of mine gave me a few minutes of his time. I remember it so vividly. I had earned a spot on our incentive cruise with LuLaRoe. My first year in business, I was so excited. I didn't really know anyone, but I was so excited to go on this cruise. And at the time, my husband, Seth, who was an Army Special Forces soldier, was deployed. He was in Afghanistan and he couldn't go with me. And I'd worked so hard to earn this cruise. You know, starting out in business, I'd never sold anything before. I was just learning, failing forward, learning as I went. And I was on this cruise ship. I was lucky enough to be able to take my best friend because I earned a spot for me and a guest, and I took my best friend and we were sitting through this awesome meeting, and after the meeting was over, everyone went off to enjoy the cruise ship, and I don't know why, but I felt this need to go talk to one of my mentors in the company, and he works for LuLaRoe home office, and I went up to him, and he had just finished a training about your why that was really powerful to me. I think in the past, like so many of you probably, I had sat through some trainings or listened to some personal growth things, and I thought, I don't know, it's kind of mumbo jumbo. That doesn't work for me. I would kind of doodle on my paper and not really participate. And that was my own mistake. But for some reason, that training really resonated with me and something clicked. I'm sitting here in the middle of the ocean, on a cruise ship out in the waters of the Caribbean. And I had this moment of, there is more to this for me. I am capable of more. And it was where that idea of sort of why not me? Why couldn't I grow this business? Why couldn't I reach bigger goals? And that's really where my team name came from. We're Team Why Not Us. And that idea really started on that rocky cruise ship. It was a really rocky day that day, I remember. But that's where it started. And so I for some reason, I didn't really have a relationship with him at the time, but I walked up and I started this conversation with this person that has become such a great mentor for me over the years, and I'm so grateful for him. But I sat down and had a conversation with him, and he was kind enough to take the time to sit with me, and he asked me, what my why was. And I think like a lot of people in business, I was like, well, I want to make money. But he wouldn't take my, for lack of a better term, BS answer of I want to make money. He looked me straight in the eye and he allowed there to be awkward silence. And he said, but why do you want to make money? Well, because I want to provide for my family. But why do you want to provide for your family? Because I want them to have a great life. Well, why do you want them to have a great life? So that they can have experiences and not have to have the financial stress that other families have to have. Well, but why do you want that? And we just kept going down that path. And he wouldn't let up. He wouldn't let up until I got to the core of that I wanted to provide my kids with incredible opportunities, but more importantly, time, precious time. At that very moment, my husband was deployed on a 6-month deployment. He was in harm's way. I was terrified at my core that I would get a call that he wouldn't be coming home. I knew that my kids were missing out on time with him and that he was missing out on time with them. And in that very moment, I realized my why was for our family to be together, to get my husband out of harm's way so that he didn't have to miss out on all of this precious time with our kids and together. And in that moment, that made all of those sales goals or small goals that I had made that I could kind of brush under the rug or put off to the next month, it made them so powerful and it made my why so strong that there was nothing more important than my husband being out of harm's way. There was nothing more important than my kids having their dad there to get them off the bus or to go on fishing trips or to have their dad there to see them grow up. When your why is so rooted and so strong, there is nothing that will stop you. And I think in business and in life, most people set these goals and then they give up on them or they give up on themselves because if it's just money or if it's just recognition, it's not strong enough for you to get back up every day and do the hard thing. There were so many hard days building my business, especially when my husband was deployed and my kids were young. I didn't have any help. I was doing it all by myself. I was exhausted. I was frustrated, but that why was so strong. There was nothing more important than getting my husband home. There was nothing more important than giving my kids that gift of having both mom and dad there with them every day to see them grow up and to make memories with them. So knowing your why at the core of what you are doing is an incredible gift to you, to your dreams, and to your future. So don't make the mistake that I made. Don't poo-poo it. Don't ignore this exercise. If you're watching this video, there's a reason behind that, and I hope that you will take the time to find your why. It can't be superficial. It can't be money. Something will always come before money. Something will always come before recognition. But if at the core of what you're doing is to serve somebody else or is so strong, there is nothing that will stop you. And I will tell you, I sacrificed a lot of sleep. I sacrificed a lot of time, but I was able to, because my why was so strong, I was able to see it become a reality. My kids now get their dad every single day. We all get to be together. We get to make memories. We were able to then, after my husband was able to retire, our next dream was to live here in this beautiful place. I wanted my kids to be able to be kids for as long as possible. And I knew that being here and being able to walk to school in a beautiful, small, rural community in northwestern Montana, that I could give them that priceless gift. And because of the hard work, because of that dedication and that why being so strong, we were able to make it happen. It took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of sacrifice. It took a lot of tears and frustration, but the why was stronger than the excuses. The why was stronger than the challenges. And now, here, 6 years in business, I get to have a new why. Yes, my husband is home. Yes, the continued hard work to be able to live in this beautiful place that was our dream. But the next why, I'm so grateful to be able to share this experience because my why now is I want to pay it forward. I want other men and women to live their most fulfilled life, chasing their dreams, not sitting back, allowing excuses to get in the way. I want to pay it forward and hope that by sharing my story and by encouraging and coaching and uplifting other people, that you too can live your why. But you first have to identify it, and then you have to put in the work and have the why so strong that there's nothing that would get in your way. I am here cheering you on. I can't wait to hear what your why is. Please share it in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. I want to be here to provide you with anything that I can to help you build a business, chase your why, and live the life that you deserve. It takes work, but you're worth it.